All right, time for another 20 and 16 update. Just something I've been thinking about for the last few days that I want to share with you guys. My thought for this time is you got to deal with your issues. Sometimes you definitely might be looking to move forward, but just kind of get stuck, but really can't identify what it is that might be holding you back or keeping you from going forward. Or maybe you start and you stop, and you start and you stop, you start and you stop, or just seeming like you can't get over a hump. So hopefully this helps you guys. But something like I said, I've been thinking about, you got to deal with your issues. What I mean with that, yes, we all have issues, but I'm more so thinking of things in the past or things that may have just happened over a period of time, or habits that have been built, or just certain ways that you were groomed, or things that you were exposed to over and over and over. It may not even be obvious sometimes, but taking that step back to look at those things as it pertains to or relates to what you're working towards or wanting to do. Sometimes there may be things that you really got to take some time and just settle, deal with, address, discuss, have conversations about, so on and so forth. But of course, again, starting with health and fitness, sometimes, and I'll share again some of my personal situations. Like for me, one of the things that I've had to deal with, and over the years, it's actually, I've turned it into motivation to be concerned about health and fitness and everything. But, I was actually overweight in middle school. I was a very overweight kid. I was chubby. I had to go shop in the Husky section all the time. Couldn't get the clothes I wanted because they were too small and they didn't have them in the big boy section. So, I was overweight, but even then I actually sort of found myself deciding to do something about it. Plus on top of it, I ended up, there's a natural course of things that happen sometimes, but I think that, me making up my mind to do something about it, coupled with getting taller and all those things. But regardless, to this day, that has a big impact on me staying focused on health and fitness. Now, I have to make sure I don't have a complex about it or anything like that, but I use it as motivation. I think back to that, I didn't like how I felt, so I never want to be back to that state again. So that's just one small example. Thinking about other things pertaining to health and fitness, maybe you never had people around you to encourage you. Maybe everyone around you was never concerned about health and fitness and just long-term care for your body and everything. Or even something along the lines, and I was in one of those, I was raised where you ate everything that's on your plate. You don't waste it, which I definitely understand the concept there on the financial end and just the practicality of it. But, to this day, I still have to fight that challenge of not wasting food, and just because it's on my plate, I have to eat it. So those types of things that constantly come up. And of course, for anyone that has done any study or reading about weight management, weight loss and all that, and one of the biggest things is portion control. So constantly fighting that battle of being ingrained in you that you have to eat everything that's on your plate, versus the new knowledge of better portion control to help you have a better pursuit of weight loss and weight management. So just a couple of examples there. Maybe people making fun of you when you're trying to eat better or do better. Any type of thing like that. Maybe the people you're around most of the time aren't supportive of your goals, or over your period of your life, there's never been a support or emphasis on it. So just taking time to deal with those kinds of things concerning health and fitness. A few other even like personal examples, for example, with business and investing. I've had to come to realize with things that I've tried to do over the years with moving forward with business, shifting more from a self-employed mindset and approach to things over to actual business ownership mindset and investing standpoint. I've realized that everything I've done, growing up, things that I've always done it as a self-employed person. I'm the one doing the work. If I don't put the time in, then it's not going to get done. So everything I've done, from Being a child, teenager, and even beyond, I've always been one to do it from a self-employed standpoint. So it's been a challenge for me to shift from that to actually building systems, putting people in place, all those types of things. So I've had to take time to deal with that issue and be honest about it, and then start to do things to learn and train and regroom myself and shift my mind in a different direction. And I'm not expecting it to happen quickly, because there were so many years from lawn service to shoveling snow to graphic design, web design. It's always been just me doing it, all those types of things. So now when it comes to trying to put people in place, get help, delegate, all those types of things, I see why it's a challenge for me. So I've been aware of that. I've taken time to deal with that issue, and I accept it, and I'm grateful for that. So now I understand why it's a challenge for me, and I've been working, I don't want to say working against it, but working to move forward or move in a different direction now that I'm aware of it. So, if there's even challenges, if you might have goals for your 2016, you might want to be doing things for your family, spending more time there, or investing more in your marriage or children, what have you. So thinking about, what was it like with your family growing up? Were there some challenges that you saw or observed growing up, or that you even still see to this day? Maybe there's some conversations that need to be had. Take time to deal with those issues. So again, whatever it is, deal with your issues, deal with yourself. If there's other people involved, take time to deal with it, as challenging as it may be. You just never really know. But ultimately, being prayerful about it, just sitting down and taking time to deal with yourself, thinking about what the challenges are, and just moving forward. Deal with those issues, and it'll help you definitely move forward for your 2016 and anything in your life. So hopefully those thoughts helped. It's definitely something that has helped me, and that is helping me now. So there it is, another 2016 update from me. All right, keep going. Looking forward to your updates from you guys, and testimonies and progress reports, all that good stuff. So thanks a lot. God bless.